Just quoting Mr McColl, he said that you had advised him privately that the CMAL board would resign if you interfered in the board's proceedings. Do you recall that conversation?
No, I don't recall that kind of detail, but what I would have expressed to Mr McColl at the time, and I think the evidence fairly shows this now, that there had been a breakdown in relationships. Ministers couldn't interfere. And there's some reference, and Convener, I've seen you refer to this as well, of a legal position. And what you now subsequently know, thanks to the evidence that's come out and the papers released, that there was indeed dispute over both parties' positions, and both had a different legal position. So what I would have expressed, and you will appreciate how, having seen all the evidence and counter-evidence you've had so far, how difficult this was to manage and to try and ensure that we kept doing the right thing. So I would have expressed the frustration with the issue, the fact that the vessels were late, and that, that we were concerned by that. I would have expressed the frustration of CMAL, but equally I gave FML a fair hearing, because they had a case to make as well, which you've heard. This was a total breakdown in relationships, and I would have expressed that in the meeting. And if there was a reason we couldn't have proceeded with expert determination or anything else that had a legal impasse, then it had a legal impasse, and possibly that's what Jim McColl was referring to.
But let me press you on the particular statement that Mr McColl made, which is that you said the CMAL board would resign, which is fairly dramatic.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say, as you've now seen from the evidence as it went on, there was conflict between CMAL and FML, and I was expressing that, the relationship breakdown, but there was no letter. I've seen in evidence, and when hearing about that, I've checked, there was no letter about resignation from the CMAL board. So, I don't remember saying that, but I do remember expressing the concern about all the issues, about how dissatisfied CMAL was. FML was obviously clearly frustrated as well, and they were having that dispute. And I was trying to navigate a way through this in the interests of taxpayers, interests, island communities, the workforce at the yard, and to try and find a resolution. So I was probably expressing my exasperation at the issue, which I think, having seen the evidence now, you would well understand.
You've